Hello everybody, Ian here. Today we're going to be taking a look at my most recent short film, Searching. I wanted to give you an in-depth look into how I shot it, what was some of the gear that I used, and why I feel you should all do the same while you're in quarantine. This was one of the most fun and most challenging short films I've ever made, considering I had to do it all by myself. I learned a lot of what I can do, what I can't do, as a one-man crew, and it was just a blast. Now, as far as the camera work goes, there's only so much you can do as one person, but for this story, it kind of worked. The tone was, boring, monotonous, and lonely. And the camera work really reflected that. So what I did was I've scouted this location many times before. You've seen this location used in many of my videos, so I really know the area. So what I did was I went around, tried to find nice looking shots, establishing shots, walk-in shots, and I just would place the tripod down. I'd say, okay, that looks good. It'd be trial and error of me hitting my mark, making sure I was in focus, and it would just be rehearsal until I got it perfect, and then I'd move on. Now, does this look as flashy or as cinematic as some of my other short films? No, but it fits within the context of the story. Like, it really was reminiscent of, like, The Walking Dead, for example. You don't really see too many pan shots or, tracking shots, drone shots, because it wouldn't fit the vibe of the story. One of my new favorite pieces of gear that made this possible was my on-camera mic, the Deity V-Mic D3 Pro. It is awesome. It's not the best sounding mic, but for an on-camera mic, you're not going to find anything better for the price. It just sits on top of my B-script, has a connecting cable that goes into the lightning adapter, into the lightning port, right into the phone, so I don't have to sync the audio and video in post. It's pretty awesome. Now, does it sound as good as my Sennheiser MKH416? Absolutely not, and it shouldn't for being 20% of the price. But it allowed me the flexibility to just set up the tripod, know I was going to get better audio than the on-phone audio, if that's a thing. And it just gave me peace of mind so I could focus my attention elsewhere. I knew I was getting good enough audio for the film, and I could just work on the visuals. The other nifty little gadget I had for this shoot and my prior shoot was the Aputure Mc Rgb Light. I love this thing. It is such a versatile light for its size and price that I'm thinking about getting one or two more at least. In Below, I was able to get that light flickering effect in the basement. Obviously, you're not going to try to find a dead bulb to do that, so you need a light that has that effect preset, and this has just that. And in Searching, I used it for the campfire scene, right at the end. I mean, I could have made a real campfire. I have a campfire in my backyard. But why do that when I have a light that makes it look pretty convincing? I mean, it's not perfect like a big $3,000 light, but for the short film, it worked just fine. And lastly, I think everybody should do this, especially with just using a tripod. Don't use a gimbal, don't use a Steadicam. Just try using a tripod, because it really makes you think differently as to how you're going to compose your shots. Now, using a gimbal is great, but if you're constantly able to move fluidly and have good-looking footage, you're not going to put as much thought into how the shots should be composed, where the camera should be, because you can just move around anywhere you want at any time. So I think this is a good exercise, especially when you're first starting out. Just get this down, then think about getting a gimbal or the B-script to go handheld, whatever you want. But just try doing it just with a cheap tripod just at first, and you'd be amazed at how much better you'll get at composing shots with a gimbal, with the more expensive and, vast equipment after doing this. But that's all I've got for you guys today. I just wanted to make this quick video, give you a little look as to how I did it and why. And I just really hope you guys do the same. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.